Born to Ride is sponsored in part by Rubenstein Law, 1-800-FL-LEGAL, representing riders since 1988. Offices throughout Florida, 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Hi, I'm attorney Dwayne Terry from Rubenstein Law, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 10, you have a right to safety. Many businesses have a duty to keep their property safe from violence. This applies to apartments, shopping centers, and other businesses. They may have to provide appropriate lighting, secure windows, gates, as well as on-site security. At Rubenstein Law, we offer a free evaluation of your case if you or a loved one has been assaulted.
For all these rules and more, go to RubensteinLaw.com.
If Instagram is your thing, we're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #Born to Ride Motorcycle Media, your #1 motorcycle resource.
Thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV, the longest-running biker TV show in the world. This week, we go inside the vault from 25 years of producing this show. The legendary Indian Larry, at his last bike week, tells his story. And Billy Lane from Choppers Inc. with Craven Moorhead and the Ice Cream Man from Hell. Then it's a blast from the past as Ron Galletti interviews Katie Seagal, Kim Coates, and Theo Rossi about the Sons of Anarchy. All this and more here on Born to Ride.
Kim Coates, I play Tig Traeger, Sons of Anarchy, and you are watching Born to Ride TV.
I'm Evel Knievel, and I'm here sitting on my new California motorcycle, limited edition signature series, motorcycle 1 of 500. Behind me is the rocket that I tried to jump the Snake River Canyon in, and the XR 750 that I set several world records with, and a statue that was given to me by Taft Broadcasting at Kings Island where I jumped 15 Greyhound buses. I have one motorcycle that I've donated or displayed at the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. This is the other 750 that I have. It's going in my new restaurant. And of course the SkyCycle X2 that I tried to jump the canyon with. Remember, watch Born to Ride.
The Hogstars are at it again. They are taking anything on trade. Old hogs, new hogs, even actual hogs. Don't own a hog? We will take whatever you have on trade. From boats to goats, you'll get top dollar for it. Bring your trade to Crystal Harley Davidson today.
Is a custom bike designer and builder who has achieved remarkable popularity because of the extraordinary bikes he creates. He recently won the biker build-off against Billy Lane, his good friend and compadre. Born to Ride was fortunate to obtain an exclusive interview with this one-of-a-kind chopper guru.
The name Indian Larry came actually from the Indian motorcycle. I built a chopped 50 Chief years ago. And I had a lot of nicknames. You know, in the biker world, you get nickname here, nickname, and finally one lands on you and sticks. And luckily, you know, Indian Larry stuck, and it's a nickname I can live with. Some of the nicknames were not so flattering, but they came from the Indian motorcycle. I'm actually Belgium. I'm not Indian, but I do believe in American Indian spiritual ideals, so it was a quite appropriate name. I've always been a motorcycle superstar, except I was the only one that knew it. So it really doesn't feel much different to me. I'm just a regular chopper guy. I'm just a biker. I'm no different than anybody else, really. I mean, in my opinion, everybody's a superstar in their own realm. Well, some of the changes in the motorcycling now, it seems like it'd be a big advent in the custom bike. A lot of what people are calling choppers now are not choppers, in my opinion. They're custom bikes. I really build choppers. That's what I like to build, like straight up choppers. Not saying there's anything wrong with the custom bikes, It's just not what I do. I'm all about the motor, all about the performance, all about the speed and the handling of the bike, and also I'm about elevating the art. I was a man that coined the term motorcycle artist in the industry. No one was using that term before I coined it years ago. But I think it's all great for the industry. I personally think the whole world should be filled with motorcyclists, and I think everybody would get along a whole lot better. What I tell everybody what they should do, not only with motorcycles, but in life, find out what you like to do, what you love to do, and pursue that with all the passion you can and as hard as you can, and your success and your money and your fame, if you want it, will follow. Most of the ideas I have for bike building are already in my head. I don't know where that comes from, whether it would be like God-given talent or demonic possession. I don't know where they come from. I just have tons of ideas, and I just keep building, and I don't even really try to build anything so radical. I just try to keep refining it to get to the ultimate perfect motorcycle. I'm really on the quest for the holy grail, so to speak, for the perfect motorcycle, the perfect day, the perfect bike, the perfect ride. So that's what I'm after. Yeah, the bike that I built for the last Discovery episode with Billy Lane, the one where I won the 2003 Discovery Bike Building Championship, I believe that's right behind us. That's this bike right here behind us. And yeah, I had a lot of help on that bike. I mean, my painter, my seat maker, Paul Cox, my painter, Robert Padrake from Custom Auto Design, my whole entire team, Kino, everybody put their heart into that bike. We built that bike in 20 days, which was a tremendous feat. Any real builder will tell you that's a feat. And yeah, it's beyond passion. It's an obsession building these bikes. And I tell people it's not what I do, it's what I am. I have no choice. This is really a burning obsession. It's what I do, and I'm going to continue to do this until I can't do it anymore, actually. The change in motorcycling, I mean, I love the acceptance. I mean, as you said, we will be thrown out of restaurants, we will be not accepted, and it was always looked on like you were a bad guy. And in some incidents, we were bad guys, but not in general. Everybody was pretty, there's much more understanding of the whole bike thing right now. And I love it. I love the acceptance. I love to be able to make the money and to make it so that everybody in my crew actually profits from it. And you know, and I'm not done yet. I don't believe I've reached my peak or the fame. I'm just going to pursue my goal and my dream as hard as I possibly can, and not so much for myself, because I basically have everything I want out of life. It's just mostly for my crew. I want everybody to share in the success and get really to be able to fulfill their dreams. And you know, my wife, my whole crew, you know, I just want everybody to be happy. You know, I'm sort of like a throwback to the 60s, because I started doing this when I was very young, and I don't think I ever grew up. I don't think I ever progressed out of motorcycling. I do use all the new modern technology, the best materials, the latest state-of-the-art stuff. I use a lot of stuff from the space program, and I try to build these bikes the best I can. But I don't care what other builders are doing, like these cookie-cutter bikes and stuff. I really don't care about what anybody's doing about anything in my life. I do what I feel like doing, regardless of where the chips might fall. Whatever, you know, even if I do something and someone perceives it as negative, if I feel in my heart it's the right thing to do, I don't care what people think. I don't care how people perceive my bikes. If I like them and I love them, then people can go to hell then. I mean, but I'm really happy that people perceive these bikes and they like them. I like it when people look at the bikes and they smile and they're happy and they just start staring at them and they get hypnotized when they look at them. You know, I like that when people enjoy them as much as I do. People can contact me through IndyLarry.com. It'll be the phone numbers on there, mailing address, the address of the shop, all the merchandise is on there, how to contact me for a build. What's next? I have a lot of movies pending on the table right now. We're talking about some other Discovery work. I have a biography that's being written this year. They're doing a video game. I have a bunch of national ad campaigns out there, and I actually am too busy. And mostly I'm not even building for the public anymore. I only build bikes for myself to bring to the shows, and if they sell from the shows, that's okay. But I really don't want the public dictating to me what I should build. I just want to build, you know, my art. I'm not building bikes for the public. I'm actually sculpting when I build. So if someone wants to build one of my bikes, I get a lot of collectors to build it. So that's pretty much what's going new and on the future for me. Okay, this is Indian Larry, and this about wraps it up for this episode of Born to Ride TV. And maybe I'll see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.
Born. Chibs, cheers. You're watching Born to Ride TV.
This is Chab C. You're watching what he said. So, suck.
Let's get rid of all that.
Space Coast Harley-Davidson Bike Fest, October 13th through the 17th. It's the place to be. Live music, vendor alley, free bikini bike wash, full liquor bar, food, 10-class bike show, October 16th. Get some ink, 15th through the 17th. Tattoo convention, 16 artists ready with live tattooing. Also, Space Coast Speedworks, new shop open house, custom performance baggers, horsepower that's beyond rocket science, stunt shows with East Coast and crew on location at Space Coast Harley-Davidson. And don't miss Miracle City Harley-Davidson for Bike Fest in Titusville. It's your Florida ride destination. Ask about the free pin. It's all happening October 13th through the 17th. For more information, spacecoastharley.com.
We're with one of the hottest items on the boulevard this year, 05. Billy Lane, how you doing?
I'm great, how you doing?
Good, happy to be here. You've got a hell of a setup here, man. You've been torching and bending and melding and melding. How have these people accepted it?
People are loving it, man. This isn't the band, you know what I mean? It's the same old band playing every year. It's
excellent.
It's a gear store, so it's a live fabrication for the crowd, for the people.
We're here today with Born to Ride.
Yeah, Born to Ride, what's up? Thanks for having me on your show.
Tell me, Billy, what was the strangest thing that you had to create this year?
Well, we had a guy who's a vet. He's over in Iraq right now in the Special Forces, and they wanted a sissy bar, and I told his wife I'd do it for him. And she said, well, I like a gas tank, I like a seat, and all this stuff, so we ended up redoing almost the whole bike for her, so it's kind of like a strange request, but glad to do it for somebody who's over there fighting for our freedom, you know?
That was one of the things that I heard myself, man. He was building something for a cat in Iraq, and how far out can you get from that, man? This is Billy Lane, probably one of the wildest cats on the boulevard this year, and we're happy to have him. Ice Cream Man from Hell, Billy Lane.
Probably, not probably, definitely.
Definitely. H-O-T. Born to Ride, Billy Lane.
The name Indian Larry came actually from the Indian motorcycle. I built a chopped 50 Chief years ago, and I had a lot of nicknames. You know, in the biker world, you get nickname here, nickname, and finally one lands on you and sticks. And luckily, you know, Indian Larry stuck. And what I tell everybody what they should do, not only with motorcycles, but in life, find out what you like to do, what you love to do, and pursue that with all the passion you can and as hard as you can, and your success and your money and your fame, if you want it, will follow.
Hi, I'm attorney Rebecca Witt from Rubenstein Law, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 11, truck accidents require special attention. Sometimes drivers are put in a difficult position and accidents happen. Driving without sleep can be as dangerous as drunk driving. Evidence needs to be preserved for inspection without delay. Some trucking companies hide insurance, but we know how to find it.
For all these rules and more, go to RubensteinLaw.com.
This is Indian Larry from New York City, and we're down here in Daytona Beach, March for Bike Week, and you're watching Born to Ride TV.
we tracked him down, man. One of the most popular guys here today, international, here in New Orleans. Russel Mitchell, out of California now. It's great to have you on Born to Ride, man.
It's nice to be here, man.
Hey, you're looking good with these tattoos. You're all, man, you're sleeved out. You got the back done. Discovery Channel superstar now. How does it change your life?
You know what? We've always been a small shop, so we've always had way more work than we could handle. That's just the way we do it, you know what I mean? It's like we say no to 9 out of every 10 phone calls just because we're not very good at business, you know? You come somewhere like here, everybody wants to say hi, they want to shake your hand, they want to take a picture or get you to sign something. It's great, you know? It's, for me, you know, I've spent so long, my whole life, since I was 17, I've been building bikes for 25 years now. It's so nice now to be in a position where so many people have seen my art in front of so many people. Now, a lot of people don't like it, but, you know, some people do, and those people, it's great to be able to reach that audience, man. The power of TV is really, really, you know, amazing. I grew up in England, so I was influenced when I was a teenager, you know, with the European style, a lot of the stuff that was coming out of Scandinavia, coming out of Germany, that was the stuff that really appealed to me, the hardcore stuff, you know what I mean, the stuff that you would, you know, you'd be scared to touch the bike because you knew some badass owned that thing, you know what I mean? So that was what appealed to me, and, you know, I kind of went off on a tangent. I didn't really pay much attention to what anyone was doing, so I sort of developed my own thing, and, you know, it's kind of come full circle. Now I'm at a point where we're reaching enough people that we're starting to influence maybe the next generation, you know what I mean? There's people out there coming up to me all the time saying, you're the reason why I painted my bike flat black, you know what I mean? You inspire me to do this. And we get a lot of guys calling us up or giving us an email that are actually getting into the industry because, you know, they sort of heard the story, you know what I mean? And, you know, they want to follow the path that I followed, and more power to them, and, you know, that's our audience. That's all that matters. I don't need to appeal to everybody in this audience here today, you know what I mean? I just need to touch a small percentage who come up and say, you know, man, you've really got it the nail on the head, and that's all I care about.
You're like the vision for so many new bike builders. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel great. I think that the situation that we have, and there's other builders out there, you know what I mean? I think these are the guys that get the recognition and deserve the recognition. You know, I've had a real job, you know what I mean? I got into this because this is my passion, you know what I mean? I didn't just say, oh, look, there's a big gravy train out there. There's a load of money in the Harley industry. What can I sell? What can I make? How can I take money off of these people? I said, this is what I care about. This is what I do. This is all I care about, and I'm going to do it. And if I can make some money along the way, or if I can influence some people, or if I can take my style and bring that to a wider audience, then that's what I care about. It's nice that the TV and events like this allow people like me to make a good living, sell these bikes for some decent money, you know, sell the t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? But for me, if I didn't love the bikes, it would just be another job. I might as well be making widgets and selling them to the widget people, you know what I'm saying?
Right now, because of the exposure on television and all this, there's 1,000 guys out there with a Craftsman wrench set, and they got a few lathes, and they want to be builders. They have that dream. They want to be the next guys where you're at today. What do you have to say to guys like that think it's an easy road?
Well, it isn't an easy road, and I get a lot of emails from guys, you know, I'm 17, I'm 22, whatever, you know, or I'm burned out in my career, I want to do what you did. The only way you're going to get where we are, or where these people are today, you get a bike, you customize it, you do your thing, you ride it, you sell it, you buy another, you customize it, sooner or later, someone's going to care. If you're good, someone's going to care. You can't just find a formula, go out, you know, buy this, do that, get those tools, do, put your plate up. You can do that. You know, you can assemble parts, you can put your I Am a Custom Bike Shop up, and there's money, you know. This is a big industry, and a lot of people can make money, but if you really, really want to go the distance and get the reputation, you have to care. If you don't care, if it's not in your blood, you can make a living, but you ain't really ever going to rise to the top of the thing, because these people here, they're, like you said, they're real people. They can tell the difference. They can tell the difference between a guy that comes in who's got a big business, he's looking for a sideline. He can make doodads that'll bolt on your Harley, and he can sell them all day long, and he can make a ton of money. But it's the people that really care that I think form the crux of the industry, the hardcore, the center, you know what I mean? The heart of the industry is people that really, really care about bikes, which is why it's such a great industry. my future's so bright I have to wear shades, man.
That's good. I couldn't leave without asking you about your skin art. And a lot of people's art tell a story of their life or their lifestyle. Or what is yours all about?
Well, I don't think it really tells a story of my life, but I've always been a huge fan of tattoos. But I also know myself. I'm one of these guys that when I get into something, I can't contain myself. I can't go part of the way. When I used to skate, I wanted to be the best skateboarder in the world, you know what I mean? I got into bikes, I wanted to be the best bike builder in the world. I knew when I got into tattoos, I'd have to go all the way. So I waited until I had the money and the time, and you know, my boss is really cool now, so I can do whatever I want to do the whole thing. So basically it's going to be a whole Japanese style bodysuit, and that's what we're working on. I got about another 2-3 years left. We just started the legs last week, and that's it. It's the full 100% end of the tattoo spectrum. I like tattoos. I like all tattoos. Some are good, some are bad. But for me, I just wanted it all the way, full on, wide, full open in the tattoo department.
Same thing with your motorcycles, it seems.
Exactly, man.
Well, Russell, I can't thank you enough for your time. It's a privilege to have you on Born to Ride. Continued success with everything you're doing, man. You're a great inspiration to many people out there. Any last words to the viewers of Born to Ride Television?
All it really says, follow your heart, Don't knuckle under. Don't listen to the no-sayers, you know what I mean? If you think you can do it, do it. You got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is going to believe in you. That's it, man. The only way you're going to get where we are, or where these people are today, you get a bike, you customize it, you do your thing, you ride it, you sell it, you buy another, you customize it, sooner or later, someone's going to care. If you're good, someone's going to care. You can't just find a formula, go out, buy this, do that, get those tools, do, put your plate up. You can do that. You can assemble parts, you can put your I Am a Custom Bike Shop up, and there's money, This is a big industry, and a lot of people can make money, but if you really, really want to go the distance and get the reputation, you have to care. If you don't care, if it's not in your blood, you can make a living, but you ain't really ever going to rise to the top of the thing, because these people here, they're, like you said, they're real people. They can tell the difference.
Seattle Engraving Center, the masters of gun customization, featuring incredible detailed engraving, 24-karat gold plating, diamonds, gems, murals, amazing gold accents, first-class quality, 100% satisfaction. More bang for your buck from their showroom. Raise money for your charity with a one-of-a-kind prize. Seattle Engraving. You dream it, they will create it.
I'm Russel Mitchell, I own Exile Cycles, and you are watching Born to Ride TV.
Well, it's the Day of the Dead Jam, man. It's finally here, and we are so honored today on Born to Ride TV to have the cast members of the greatest TV show. Man, what a drama this is, the Sons of Anarchy, #1 rated. These guys just deliver every week. It's twisted television. It's ultimate drama. Oh, man, I tell you. Katie Seagal, it's so great to have you here on Born to Ride. What do you think of Florida? What do you think of the Day of the Dead Jam so far?
Wow, well, I haven't really walked around that much. I just flew in last night. So far, I like it. So far, I like all your Born to Ride things on your shirts, and I'm sure it'll be great.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're a powerful, when I was promoting this, I was saying, we have some powerful women part of this show. Jeanette Lee, the pool champion, the Black Widow, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and yourself. I mean, That's some woman power right there. It's great to have you here, and you're such a great actress on the show. What's the secret to how you deliver that to make it look so real?
Well, I'd say the writing, yeah. I'd say that very good. You know, there's a lot of things that go into actually developing the characters that we're portraying, and the writing is where it starts. Then we all sort of commit to the situation we're in. You know, we're actors. We play make-believe, and we do it pretty well, I think. We just sort of, you know, I mean, if we were doing a lawyer show, we'd all be wearing three-piece suits.
Yeah.
And doing that pretty well. So, you know, it's really just a matter of, it's what we do for a living, is we step into the skins of other people.
And like you said, it is acting. People think the show is real.
I know.
I mean, it's really good that you can separate the difference here.
Let me tell you something. Theo Rossi's never been this tall in his entire life. Look at how tall this kid is. Holy moly.
Yeah. And his hair's never been that high.
No.
It's pretty
The
fantastic.
humidity is just taking a life of its own. Yes.
Theo, what do you think about being here, part of this jam? We appreciate you guys being here. And you did the promos for the show. It was awesome. This guy.
Yeah, this guy. That's always this guy and this guy. We were on set doing our little promos. You know, listen, it's an honor. Anytime we can come out, we know, you know, we travel all over for the fans because we are truly like a fan-based show. Like, our fans are so important to us, and we know without the fans, we don't have a job, and we love our fans. Like, a lot of shows go around and never connect with their fans, and we're lucky enough with the motorcycle community, with the rock community, with like the music community. Our fans are all like tied in, military, everybody, and we're lucky enough to go meet them and hang with them all the time. So it's as cool for us as it is for them.
What a twisted show. Sometimes you watch it, it just,
Who's that writer, Katie? Who is he? Who's married to that guy, Katie?
He's not as twisted in person, really.
I mean, you feel the pain. You feel the passion of that. When you're watching it, you're like, wow.
Yep.
Damn, that's heavy, dude. That's some heavy stuff. What do you think about that?
Well, I think this season in particular is it's kind of sad. It's very emotional. You see a lot of the relationship between Jax and Tara. It's just very heartbreaking, actually.
And it's one of those seasons that after you watch it as a whole, it's a real story. This season is a true masterpiece of a story.
Theo just said it. We are, and I say this a lot, we're on the other side of the mountain now. We have one more season after this season that's on television right now, and then it is over. So to be able to continue to connect with our fans everywhere is it is an honor, and it's great to see everybody because we're such a huge hit now around the world, and people just love our show, and it's on its way out now, and that's going to be a really sad day next year. Katie knows this, and Theo, everybody wants to be on our show. I mean, everybody in Hollywood wants to be on our show, and that's an honor because of the writing, because of the storytelling, and I don't know how this is going to end, and I don't even think Katie knows how this is going to end next year, but she does. She's just not telling me? Yeah. Jeez, Katie.
Katie, your character is so complex. It's diverse, and it's twisted, and it's just awesome, and people just live by your character. Wow. They live through you, and we feel it. People feel it. How does that make you feel?
Well, you know, I always think to see strong women, whether they're doing heinous acts or loving acts, on television is awesome. I think cable is finally offering opportunity to women of a certain age. I will say there's amazingly strong women in my age group that are on cable television. So I will say that. And it's also, you know, it's cool to have so many women. I think, you know, our female demographic went way up this year, a lot to do with the guys on our show, but I also like to think that they are relating to a strong female influence. You know, not that, you know, she just speaks her mind, and, you know, she's not always politically correct, but she...
There's a reason why our biggest selling shirt is what would Gemma do, because that's kind of the deal, you know what I mean? You know, that's the deal. Because at the heart of it, it's a family drama, you know what I mean? And she's at the head of the family, that's it. It's a family drama, and that's why people relate to it. And what Sutter did so brilliant from the beginning, this is a group of character actors, man. These are people who just love to go to work, and these are blue-collar actors from the beginning, and we've never changed, and that's why I think people relate to it. We love each other, we love doing the show. That's it.
When you watch Sons of Anarchy, sometimes you're disturbed by it. You're disturbed. You're like, that's disturbing, man. What do you think of that?
Theo and I were just in Texas, and a lot of the fans were saying, I'm anxious, I have anxiety, but I can't wait for next week. I can't wait to see what happens, but I'm anxious. So, yeah, this show's got it all.
It's good storytelling. You know, it's like reading a book and you just can't wait to turn the page and get to the end. You know, that's the job of the storyteller, is to put that all together. We're just little pawns in his play.
Well, guys, I can't thank you so much. Really. One more thing. I know you're involved in a lot of charity for the troops. You want to plug that?
Yeah, just go to bootcampaign.com. We're doing stuff like that. We have so many different charities we all promote constantly, but, you know, for military-wise, Boot Campaign, we've, you know, Katie sings, him and I we go all over. We're doing everything we can to show the troops that when they come back, we give back. So that's always a big thing for us.
I can't thank you guys enough. You guys
Jeremy Brer. I own Fidelis Automotive, located in Valrico, Florida. We specialize in American and Japanese. European, I can get through them, we can get by them, but my main focus and specialized skill set is Toyota, Lexus, Acura, Honda, and all the Americans, Ford, Chevy. Started the repair shop back in 2012, formerly Fidelis Automotive Services of Tampa. I ran it from 2012 to 2015. This I did after I got out of the Marine Corps. I served from 2007 and 2011, Afghan campaign in Marj, Afghanistan. Now I work on everything from your sports car all the way out to your lifted trucks.
Find us on Facebook, Born to Ride TV and magazine, the ultimate multimedia biker experience.
All right, continuing our coverage at the Steel Pony Express, I've got a master bike builder, internationally known. He's been all over the world. He's international, man. He's from Japan. This is Chica, man. Good to see you. How are you doing, bro?
Good. How are you?
Great. What do you think of this rally?
Yeah, great. You know, very big and then everybody nice. You know, great.
Yeah. Now I've seen you on the Discovery Channel with the master bike builders. How does it feel to get involved with that and get to work with guys like that and get to actually show your stuff over everybody?
Yeah, so, you know, was whatever. So now, you know, everybody understand my design. You know, was everybody asking me, hey, where are you going to this kind of small gas tank or, you know, small, looks like a tight position or something like that. But now everybody, you know, start understanding, you know, my style, and then now great, yeah, I'm happy.
Now speaking of your style, that's what it is your style, and I want to commend you because you have style, and you're not afraid to show your style. What does it take to just stick with your method, and why did you do that?
Why? So, just, you know, I want to ride cool. That's it. Main thing is, you know, I want to ride cool. And of course, you know, maybe, hey, nice bike. Or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I notice is you're not always doing the big wide, big tires. And the thing everybody else is you got that niche. And, you know, what kind of things do you hear about that?
Just, I like minimum. So I don't like fat. It means same as a human, you know. We don't like fat, right? if you know, maybe a fat to take off, you know, cool. you want to take fat a little bit. That same thing as you know, us.
Right. So when you're about to build a bike, what goes through your mind? Do you have it in a vision, is already laid out, or do you just start wrenching and putting stuff together? How do you plan it?
Oh, that's a Discovery bike.
Well, whatever bike you're going to build, like if it's your own creation, not maybe one that someone else wants you to build. When you're building something from your heart, what's going on in your mind before you build it?
Yeah, just so my bike is totally different each bikes, but one thing is example unicorn. Just I went to bar and then talk with some American guy. And then we started talking about the rainbow. Rainbow is coming from gold. He told me. And then next we started drinking again. And then he told me next unicorn. Everybody knows unicorn, but everybody knows unicorn name and what kind of shape, everything. But nobody see unicorn. You know. Oh, nice idea. Then I want to make a unicorn. That's always like that kind of things.
Yeah. Tell me a little about the Hard Rock bike out front there. That's one of your creations.
Yeah, Hard Rock is exactly Hard Rock. You know, maybe 70s. Was originally I went to Daytona this year, Daytona Bike Week, and I ride my custom bike. Couple chicks wanna ride my passenger, but my exhaust pipe is go up, and then she couldn't ride with me. I have to go passenger bike. That's why I made that. That's lots of hurry here. Of course, lots of old bike, new bike, custom bikes, and then everything freedom. Looks like. Then I came here. So Japan is Japan is great place, but too much law, tight regulation. We have to put on turn signal, speedos, everything, and then we couldn't cut the frame, so I couldn't make my image bike. That's why I quit Japan. Then come here, yeah. So just I wanna doing fun, just making bike and riding,
And what is riding and motorcycling to you, man? What is it all about?
Just I can feel, alive. I'm alive, still alive.
What do you have to say to our viewers of our TV show Born to Ride?
こんにちは。ありがとう。どうもありがとう。See you somewhere.
So when you're about to build a bike, what goes through your mind? Do you have it in a vision, is already laid out, or do you just start wrenching and putting stuff together? How do you plan it?
Oh, that's a Discovery bike.
Well, whatever bike you're going to build, like if it's your own creation. Not maybe one that someone else wants you to build. When you're building something from your heart, what's going on in your mind before you build it?
Yeah, just so my bike is totally different each bikes, but one thing is example unicorn. Just I went to bar and then talk with some American guy, and then we start talking about the rainbow. Rainbow rainbow is come from gold, he told me. And then next we start drinking again, and then he told me next unicorn. Everybody knows unicorn, but everybody knows unicorn name and what kind of shape, everything, but nobody see unicorn, you know. Oh, nice idea. Then I want to make a, unicorn. That's always like that kind of thing.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
This is Chica. You're watching Born to Ride.
All right, another hot builder out here, man, from Phoenix. Jesse Rooke, man, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
Great. What are you thinking of the Steel Pony this year?
I'm thinking you're right when you say hot builder, because I'm hot right now. It's a little humid out here for us, but it's a good time.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm checking out these motorcycles, and I see a lot of bikes here. Everybody's got, some people have the cookie cutter bikes. There's nothing like that here, man. What's in your mind when you create something like this? Because this is sort of like artwork to me.
Thank you. My bikes are just a reflection of the demographic that I am. I grew up with skateboards and BMXing and motocross and road racing and stuff like that. So it's just the influences I had when I was growing up. I mean, everything you see is going to influence you one way or another, and this is just the way that it comes out of me, so.
And what do you call it? Like this one you're sitting on here, I mean, it kind of reminds me of the old days when I started riding the Schwinn bike with the sissy bar and the banana seat, but you took it to another level. But it seems to me like you kept that youth and energy, like you said, what you've done in your past, and I really dig that.
Thank you. This was never meant to be like a Schwinn bicycle. I was building a drop seat style frame, something I wanted to flow in. I had some of the components already made from previous chassis. It ended up turning out, with this kind of a flow, and an old timer came to the shop and said it looked like a Schwinn, so that gave me the idea for the front end and the handlebars, and then the paint schemes kind of went along, and I really like it. This is, I call it a Cali Cruiser. It's the most comfortable, it's the fastest bikes that I have, except for this new one I got. But they're unbelievable. They're so fun to ride.
Tell me about the yellow one over here. Is that in process, or is it finished like that? So it looks kind of raw.
Yeah, this is one of my rolling kits that we sell. Dunlop came out with a new tire, 250, and I told him, yeah, I'll put one on my bike, but it doesn't fit anything because the tire's a lot bigger than the 240s. So I built a new bike for it just before it started. I built that bike in 3 days, just put decals on it, left it raw metal, and turns out it's one of the most popular bikes I have. So I'm leaving it. It's sold just like that. I only do a few bikes a year. I think next year we're going to do 10 bikes. That's it. I build what I want. If the customer wants a bike, they get what I'm building next.
Very cool. What do they start at?
The last two sold for over 100, so it just depends on what's going on with it.
Yeah, congratulations, dude. So did you go to school and college and all this stuff to become a bike builder, or did your parents tell you to do something and had this plan for you, and you just said, no, I'm going to do my own thing, or how did it really begin?
I started riding motorcycles when I was 3 years old. My family's always been into bikes. It was inevitable to get into this, I guess. I always liked the Harleys and V-twin stuff. Just my father was never into it. I was racing previous to this, and I just kind of wanted to build a bike. Or actually, I wanted to buy a bike. There was a bike Jim Nasty had, and I wanted to buy it, but it was a lot of money. I really couldn't afford it, so I had some money, and I saw the show on Jesse James on Discovery, and I said, well, I'll try and build one. So I always liked to do things like that. I used to build my own skateboard ramps. I used to do, my work on my bicycles, my motorcycles, different stuff. So when I saw the show with Jesse, just the way he built the bike, he was doing some stuff that he didn't really have the right tools for it, but he wanted to do something, so he found a way to make it happen. So that's kind of the mentality I have when I build my bikes. I maybe don't have all the right equipment in the shop or anything like that, but it's interesting to me to try and create what is in my head, what I want. It makes me feel good that I can influence people to, you know, try to build a bike themselves. The cool thing about it right now is that we're seeing right now how powerful the motorcycle is. You know, it's such a social event, just this huge event here. You know, there's over 300 vendors. I don't know how many spectators there's going to be, but over the year, I think I visit probably 2 million people, you know, at the shows. It's amazing, you know, the power of the motorcycle. I'm really excited for it.
And what's your final last words to the viewers of Born to Ride Television?
Keep watching Born to Ride Television and try to put together a bike, and see you here next year.
All right, Jesse, congratulations and all the best of luck, man. I really appreciate it. I feel some energy right here, guys. And this is the other Jesse. So stay tuned right here. We'll be right back with more Born to Ride.
We'll be right back with more Born to Ride.
So did you go to school and college and all this stuff to become a bike builder, or did your parents tell you to do something and had this plan for you and you just said, no, I'm going to do my own thing, or how did it really begin?
I started riding motorcycles when I was 3 years old. My family's always been into bikes. It was inevitable to get into this, I guess. You know, I always liked the Harleys and V-twin stuff, just my father was never into it. I was racing previous to this, and I just kind of wanted to build a bike. Or actually, I wanted to buy a bike. There was a bike Jim Nasty had, and I wanted to buy it, but it was a lot of money. You know, I really couldn't afford it, so I had some money, and I saw the show on Jesse James and Discovery, and I said, well, I'll try and build one. So I always liked to do things like that. You know, I used to build my own skateboard ramps. I used to do, you know, my work on my bicycles, my motorcycles, you know, different stuff. So when I saw the show with Jesse, just the way he built the bike, you know, he was doing some stuff that he didn't really have the right tools for it, but he wanted to do something, so he found a way to make it happen. So that's kind of the mentality I have when I build my bikes. I maybe don't have all the right equipment in the shop or anything like that, but it's interesting to me to try and create what is in my head, what I want.
I think there's only 6 of these monsters left in the world. Nobody really knows how many big valve X machines were ever built. 1915, 16, up through 1920, the Big X was really the star of the board tracks and dirt tracks around America. It really kicked butt, and you can see why. 61 cubic inches. I think it's got 2 1/4 inch valves. That's where it gets its name. You know, I've started this bike probably 100 times for visitors here at Wheels Through Time, and it always amazes everybody, the noise and the speed that this machine makes. I've actually raced this bike at Davenport 2 or 3 times, raced it at Wasion. What a bike it is. 61 cubic inches, no brakes, no clutch, truly an extreme machine. I would have to say it would be the super bike of its times. You know, the history of the Excelsior Super X is quite an interesting history. The Excelsior company actually started making bikes in Chicago in 1907. In 1911, Schwinn bought the company and moved right ahead building twin-cylinder motorcycles, and by 1915 he developed the Big Valve X, truly the monster bike of its day. You know, the Excelsior racing team was nothing but the best. Ignis Schwinn made sure that he had the most talented riders in the country. Bob Perry, his favorite son, was actually killed on an overhead cam Excelsior. None of those bikes have ever turned up. But this machine, one of 5 or 6 existing, quite an interesting bike, an as-raced patina. I really like the bird on the tank shaped like an X. Don't know if they did that on purpose, but I would have to think that the bird and the shape of the X symbolizes the Super X company. You know, whenever I start a bike here at Wheels Through Time, it always attracts a crowd of people, and this noisy motorcycle always attracts a crowd of people. This bunch, where are you guys from?
Chicago. Florida.
Florida? Where?
Florida.
Florida. Welcome, guys. I'm going to crank this thing up one more time. Simple starting procedure. Turn the gas on. Advance the spark. Take the choke off, because the bike's already warm. Decompress the engine. Should be ready to go. One more thing, a lot of people ask if I ever get worried about damage on these bikes. I always say no, but I can tell you one thing, if you ever broke apart on the Big Valve X, you'd have a hard time finding it. Okay. You know, a lot of folks that come to Wheels Through Time and look at the hill climb hill don't really understand what these bikes are. Of course, a short explanation, a few of the pictures always tell, but they always wonder about the chains. And of course, the chains on the rear of a hill climber made for digging that dirt, climbing those hills. And chains were used from the earliest days of hill climbing. They still use them today. You know, over the years, classes in hill climbing have changed, and of course, in the early days, the 1928 Guy Urquhart bike was a Class A bike. That means it was built by the factory and raced by a professional rider. Jumping fast forward to this motorcycle, which is a 1939 B Scout, that's the B-class hill climbing. It was a little less stringent than the A-class. Almost anybody could run Class B. Of course, to have a factory hill climbing bike such as this was quite a privilege. Only 18 of these bikes ever built.
Of the United States.
Good evening, my fellow Americans, and welcome to the all-new Born to Ride show. You know, I've always been a bit of a motorcycle enthusiast myself. I remember when I was a young boy back in Arkansas, I had one of those real mean Honda TR90s with the luggage rack on the back and the 4-speed automatic transmission. Well, one day, even though it was considered illegal, I delivered my newspapers on it. I'll tell you, it gave me a thrill that I'll never forget. So, as you can see, I've got a lot in common with all you motorcycle enthusiasts. But the reason I'm here today is to welcome in a new era, the era of the brand new Born to Ride show. And I'd like to congratulate my good friends Ron and Deb Galletti on all the success they've had. And a little later on, I'll be having an interview with my very close personal friend, Craven Moorhead. So y'all stick around and come on back. God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you.
Something, Booty Man. This has been one heck of a show, brother.
What a show.
And the way things are going right now, Born to Ride is going to be right at the top of the ladder. They're going to be ahead of Baywatch. They're going to be ahead of Entertainment Tonight. They're probably going to be ahead of the WCW here. Born to Ride. It's been a lot of fun, brothers. And make sure you keep the rubber down, and I'll see you in the wind. Whoa. Yeah. I like that, Booty Man.
You know, is there anything else you'd like to tell us now, you know, about the helmet war, about any of the feelings about, I know you once were a biker, right?
Well, yes, I was. I think I spoke about it a little bit earlier, how, well, you know, I kind of like to have the wind blowing through my hair once in a while. And I had that old TR90, Honda TR90 when I was a kid back in Arkansas. And let me tell you, there was that gold flake metal thing with the 4-speed automatic transmission, no clutch. It was great. And with a rack on the back. Why, one day, I know it was illegal.
Yeah, we heard about it.
I know it was illegal, but I did deliver my papers on it one day. What a feeling.
And we're proud of you, too, because, you know, us bikers are, what do you call us now?
Well, motorcycle enthusiasts. That's the politically correct terminology for you guys. I don't want to piss anybody off and call you bikers. I mean, you know, somebody might take that the wrong way.
A lot of times they do,
motorcycle enthusiasts.
Well, you know something, Hulkamaniacs. This is Hulk Hogan, the largest arms in the world, and Born to Ride, the greatest Harley-Davidson show in the universe, brother. Stay tuned, man, because what you gonna do when Born to Ride and Hulk Hogan runs wild on you?
Yeah! Thanks for tuning in today. We're on the Space Coast, right, Deb?
That's right, Kennedy Space Center, home of NASA. Whoops.
Hey, that guy said not to touch that.
Oh no, what does that mean? Oh, make a run for it.
This is Bo Diddley, and you're watching Born to Ride. Now don't touch that dial because here comes some more, baby.
The show today. We're honored to have the legendary Bo Diddley with us, the co-host of the show today. Bo, thank you very much for your time. It's great to see you in Tampa Bay.
Thank you. I'm really glad to be here, and hope to come back some more. Okay?
Blake's House of Rock and Blues. What do you think of all the bikers out here today? Some pretty nice bikes, right?
Hey, man, they thick as ants on a meat skin. That's good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Deb, you have anything to ask about?
Well, maybe one day, Bo, you can write a song for us, Born to Ride. How about that?
I've been thinking about that. What are you trying to think like me?
All right, cool. I'm here. Wait a minute. You coming in or no? In or out? There you go. The only thing I got to ask is why do you come here like Don King? Being that he's the world's best promoter next to Mitchell.
You're right, exactly. Exactly. You know, we got a lot in common.
Going on.
Exactly. Thank you.
And you don't have a bad hair day every day, do you?
No, I'm good at it, man. I've got it down, man. I've been doing this for 25 years. I can do this in the dark.
Yeah, that's the one thing about these young guys, you know, they can do that. Imagine what we'd look like right now. Holy frickin', we look like O'Cheese. O'Cheese, yeah, I remember him. He was that Long Ranger's partner or something, right? He dropped his beer. He dropped his friggin' beer.
Is your business becoming invisible? Create a great advertising relationship today with Born to Ride.